I'm Nicole Moore, and I've been a love and relationship coach for more than 10 years, helping people, including celebrities and reality stars, improve their love lives. Hut Up presents Reality of Love. Today, women are told that we can be, do, and have anything that we want. But the women that dare to do so often have to pay an unfair price. The price of being single. On today's episode of Reality of Love, we'll hear from women that were mislabeled their entire lives and even on reality TV. We're here to flip that false narrative that women have to choose between their full power and being fully loved once and for all. Let's meet today's guests.
Hi guys, I'm Violet Benson. Most of you know me as Daddy Issues on Instagram. I post viral memes. And I'm also known for my podcast, Almost Adulting.
I'm Jarry Lee, and I'm a model and actress who is on Netflix's Dating Ground.
Hi, I'm Aparna from Indian Matchmaking.
I'm Annaliese Puccini, and I was on The Bachelor and 2 seasons of Bachelor in Paradise.
Hi everyone, welcome to Reality of Love. I'm Nicole Moore, and I'm joined by 4 beautiful, really, like truly beautiful women who are powerful ladies who have sometimes been mislabeled on reality TV or the internet. So, you know, Aparna, I actually got inspired to do this whole episode because of you. I don't know if you know that.
I don't know if I want to take credit for that.
But no, so I watched Indian Matchmaking, and I saw Aparna, and to me it was this woman who, the message that I got was, she's too strong, she's too powerful, she's too picky, like all these things that are actually beautiful about you, you were painted, this is the reason why she's single. Then I met you, and I said, wait a minute, this is not the same person that I saw. And I realized you got bad at it, in my opinion, but you were very mislabeled, and this happens all the time. So talk to us about that. Talk to us about being mislabeled.
Yeah, I don't even know if it's a powerful thing. I think the more a woman believes she deserves goodness in all spheres of her life, the more she's mislabeled by others. That makes people really uncomfortable, where you're saying, hey, I'm happy with myself, I'm happy with what I've accomplished, I want more. So for me, I was saying I want a partner, I want a teammate, I want someone who's my equal, and I believe I deserve it. And when I got all that cyberbullying, when I got the death threats, it was the people that were really mad at me for thinking I deserved it.
Oh, that hit me. Did any of you else feel like you actually feel like you deserve more and you get mislabeled for that, or you get slapped on the hand and told you're wrong? Have you ever experienced that?
No, I'm kidding. I don't even know why I'm here. I'm kidding. I'm sure we all have. I think in general, as women, for example, even what she was talking about, if she was a man on the show, it would probably have been easier, because if she said I deserve, then it's like, wow, that man's powerful. But as a woman, if she says I deserve, it's like, humble yourself, be more modest. But then when you humble yourself and you're more modest on the internet, like, people would be like, oh my God, you should have more confidence. You're obviously lying. Like, you know you look good. So it's like, which one is it? Make up your mind. So if you feel good about yourself, it's not gonna bother you that someone else feels good about themselves. And that's it at the end of the day.
Yeah, absolutely. You're neurodivergent, right? Do you feel like that impacts you and how people see you?
Totally. I mean, I can relate a lot, but on very different planes. I feel like I'm misunderstood a lot because I'm trying to fit into a box that I'm like a circle trying to fit into, you know, a square. When you have so much going on, being like neurodivergent or being a powerful woman, and there's a lot to pick from when there's editing. We all have so much to offer, and not just like the one thing that was probably portrayed or seen of us.
Yeah.
I agree. I think that what I've learned over the years, like even from just being bullied as a kid and as a teen, and then also dealing with like public harassment, is instead of caring about what they could say about you, just do whatever you want. You get the hate anyway, so who cares?
What do people say to you?
People just, they will say anything. It really just stems from people's own insecurity, and I think it makes people uncomfortable if you're comfortable with yourself and they're not.
Yeah.
Because it's always like, if they see something in you that they kind of resent or they feel is missing from their own life, they'll find something in that to attach themselves to in a negative way.
Speaking of being mislabeled, I have some interesting stats that I found from Hut Up, and I just want to read them to you because, you know, like, I was surprised, but I wasn't surprised that this is still how men are viewing women. So what they said is 35% of men polled strongly agree that if a woman is casually dating, it's seen as disrespecting themselves and their bodies. 34% of men polled strongly agree that if a woman only wants a casual relationship, she is a slut. 37% of men polled strongly agree that men judge women negatively for wanting to only date or hook up casually. 57% of men polled believed a woman having a lot of sexual partners might mean she doesn't respect herself. 50% of people polled think that a man having a lot of sexual partners is an achievement for them. And these are recent stats. And so it made me think, like, there's just so much out there still about what a woman is supposed to be and how she's supposed to operate, especially in the dating world. Do you encounter that ever? People telling you how you're supposed to be, how you're supposed to show up to be a, proper woman in the dating world?
I feel like the word should is, I'm trying to just break it, is because anytime somebody is like, you should be this, you should be that, and I feel it especially in dating. I'm 37, so I get all the time, you should be married, you should be, doing this, that, whatever. And no, like, we should be living our lives authentically to who we are at the stage that we are in, and it may not be in line with what everyone else is.
Exactly.
I think a big part of it is toxic masculinity. Like, the reason why men having a lot of partners is fine because that's what's considered masculine. It's considered masculine to be really career oriented and like date a lot of people. But then for women, I feel like the expectation, even to this day, you're expected to be kind of soft and feminine. And if you're really focused on career, then it's considered taboo because then, why aren't you family oriented?
I think you can still be feminine and soft-spoken and still feel powerful or be business-oriented. That it feels like there's some competition between men and women. But I do love men and I also love women. But I don't sit around and act like everyone else is a problem. It's another very important thing on my podcast in general, that when people come to me and they say, oh my God, all the men I date are shit. Well, then maybe it's time to look internally. So I do understand that when I work on myself and I'm gonna become the best version of myself, then I'll find the best version of someone else.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's men are the problem. I think both sides are, and I think you're meant to continue dating and breaking up until you find a person.
When we return, more on how to turn around your negative label into a positive one. When Reality of Love continues.
So I actually don't like to watch myself when I've done anything on TV or in general. If I pout, then she's too sexual, she's a whore.
Dating can feel daunting at times, but what I love about Hot App is that it has so many cool features to help a nervous dater out. You can send private messages securely within the app so you don't have to share your phone number, and they even blur photos that might contain nudity. If you're not comfortable with the message you've sent, you can unsend it and it'll be removed from you and your match's inbox. When you're ready, you can video chat with matches, and Hot App's video feature starts with auto blur, where you can hear one another but not see each other until you mutually choose to unblur the video feed. It can be hard to have intimate conversations about your likes and dislikes with people you don't know yet. So use the My Bedroom feature as a conversation starter. It'll open up some good communication channels and give you an idea of your own and each other's deal breakers in the bedroom. What we're talking about is sometimes how people see you is not how you see yourself, and sometimes how millions of people on TV see you is not how you see yourself. How did you feel when you saw how you were portrayed on TV? How do you feel when you watch yourself?
So I actually don't like to watch myself when I've done anything on TV or in general. I kind of ask around. Like recently I went on Dr. Phil, and they didn't portray me fully the way I would want to, but once you know, you have no control over it. I mean, here's an example. If I smile too much, then the comments on it are gonna be, that girl's an idiot, even though I have 2 degrees. But if I pout, then she's too sexual, she's a whore. So then you kind of just have to sit back and be like, oh, right, I have no control over millions of people's opinions, so I might as well just live my life because they don't want to change their opinion. It's going to make them feel better if they label me as a whore or as an idiot. So that's fine. Just keep paying my paychecks.
That reminds me of something that Paris Hilton was saying about how there's all of these stories about her, and she doesn't bother to correct any of them because it's just out of your control. People will always make up a story about you, and you don't have the time to respond to everything they say. So instead, just do whatever you want, like live your life, and whatever people want to say, like it's just how it is.
The thing that was harder for me is my close friends and family were like, I could not watch you on TV, it wasn't you. And then watching myself back too, like you were saying earlier, there was definitely times that I was like, I don't know that person. And you also, like, you know where things are being edited. So when people would come at me and they're like, you cried in, every episode, I'm like, I actually didn't, like, cried once that whole time, or you know what I mean?
But I think it's so endearing that you were able to completely be yourself. Like right now, not that I'm putting on a show, but I'm obviously a little more serious right now. And I think the fact that you were even able to be yourself, most people are not able to be that most of their life. So I feel like that says something. So I think it's really wonderful that you were able to be vulnerable, that you were able to cry. And I think whoever you're going to meet in the future, he's going to really love you for exactly that.
Thank you.
I think also, like, so many people who watch reality TV still don't realize the extent of editing that happens. Like, if you breathe in the wrong way, they will cut that 1 second clip and add it in as your reaction to someone saying, like, if they want to make you a villain, they will. Yeah. And you can do everything right. Like, they made me look like I was crying because it was 4 a.m. in a car and I was fixing my contact. And I'm like, that doesn't look like I'm crying, but I see how you made it look like that.
It's really interesting. It's like media consumption. I had never thought about it until I was on the show, and the way that we just consume it as truth. And there was an interesting article that came out after the show and the title was, the headline, "Not everyone is as good or as bad as they seem on TV." And we also forget that the labeling goes both ways. We call some people a prince or a princess, or they were the hero of the show. We don't know them. Their edits are good. And we're like, no, they're good people. Maybe the bad person's not that bad, but the good they're so good. They're so kind. They're so perfect. No, that was an edit too. And I think that the mislabeling can go in every direction, and we just consume. We don't care. As a viewer, we're just taking it all in and saying it's truth, it's truth, it's truth.
People don't see anything, like anyone in TV, film, or media in general as a human being that they would know in real life. They see you as this very two-dimensional character. So of course they're going to have all of these ideas and misconceptions about who you are because they don't see you as like, oh, this could be like a friend I know, this could be someone I went to school with, this could be a neighbor, this could be a sibling. Like, they don't see you as that fully three-dimensional person. So they're going to see whatever they want to see, and that's not going to be all of the complexities and nuances of who you are as a person, obviously.
And you're supposed to take it because supposedly it's part of your job. So not only do they go through, I can't even imagine the mental Olympics that you have to go through to even, film a full-on show, go deal with how they edit you, view yourself. So you already have moments that you probably hate yourself, seeing some stuff you don't like, and then you're like, okay, great, now everyone else has an opinion about me, and then you have to go through that. Like, people don't understand or don't want to understand what actually the toll that it takes on you to go through all that.
I mean, some people also think that it's deserved. Like, they think, oh, if you go on a reality show, or you go on the internet, you post one photo of yourself on the internet, then you deserve anything that comes from that because that's what you're asking for.
So ladies, when I see you, I see beautiful qualities in each and every one of you. I know that other people don't always see it that way, but we're gonna do, that's what we've been talking about, right? Other people don't see it that way. Me either.
Sorry, it's just like, I think you're great. I don't know what everyone else says about you. Like, I think you're great.
You're fabulous.
No, yeah. No, sometimes people are mislabeled, and sometimes people, they're gonna see what they wanna see. But we're gonna do a little fun game. We're gonna go over there and do a fun game that I think is gonna help everyone feel amazing in a second. Too sexual or not sexual enough? Too bossy? Which one of our ladies have been most mislabeled? Find out when we return. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull one by one each of these things, and you're gonna put a tally down if you've ever been told that you are XYZ. Great sex starts with a confident relationship with yourself, and that's what Jimmy Jane is designed to provide. Jimmy Jane believes that pleasure is your birthright, and you deserve to feel loved. Their collection of sexual wellness designs is the perfect luxe treat to get to know yourself on an intimate level, which is why I love each and every Jimmy Jane product. I want the best for myself because I love myself, and these are the best sexual wellness products on the market. I know you're gonna love them as well. Okay, ladies, we're gonna play a fun little game right now. We wanna see which one of you has been mislabeled the most. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull one by one each of these things, and you're gonna put a tally down if you've ever been told that you are XYZ. So put a tally down if you have been told you are, all right, too bossy or intimidating. You're all gonna win, aren't you? Who told you that? Write it down. Was it mom? Was it society? Was it Instagram? Do you have to write a whole long list? Just write a little bit of who told you that you were too bossy. Put a tally down if you've been told you are a ball buster.
Ball buster.
And who called you that? Put a tally down if you've been told you are too sexual or not sexual enough. Put a tally down if you've been told you are too masculine or not feminine enough. And who told you that? Put a tally down if you've been told you are too intelligent or sarcastic or too deep. Put a tally down if you've been told you are too serious or the opposite. You're too silly. Right? Ready? Put a tally down if you've been told you are too sexy, inappropriate dresser. How you look, how you dress is bad or not the right way, or people have an opinion on it. I see you writing, Annaliese. And put a tally down if you've been told you are too successful. And that's a bad thing, right? Too successful. And put a tally down if you've been told you are too emotional or crazy. Annaliese might be winning. And last one, guys.
Oh, I forgot to do the tally thing. Will you guys do the line? Whatever.
Put a tally down if you've been told you are the reason your love life isn't working. There's something about you. So we've tallied for these women who has been called the most, too much, too this, too that, you're wrong, you're bad. And we're gonna see who the winner is. I'm gonna have you reveal your number, your tally to us. 3, 2, 1.
I win.
9, 8, 6, 7. Congratulations. The truth is you guys are all winners because every single one of these things is actually a good thing. But Violet, you're actually the winner. So we're going to crown you with this, and we have one more thing to give you.
Oh no, not my hair.
So you're not actually the most offensive. You're the most impressive. And ladies,
Well, I think we all
you
are
are all too. I feel like you should all get a sash, but what I want you all to know,
My hair.
every single one of these things is actually a great thing. So
Yeah.
let's stop mislabeling and let's stop taking on the labels of others because you're all impressive. I wish I could give you all a sash, and energetically I am. You all, you all have a sash, and you all share the crown because you're all amazing. And all of this stuff.
It's rightful owner.
It looks
Has
good.
me
It
on
looks
it with
so good with your dress. Put it on. Yeah, this is so you.
And this is what powerful women do. We just share the crown.
We share the crown.
We
Do I
share
keep
the
this?
crown. Yeah.
Are you just saying that?
No, yeah. So Violet won, but we all win. And
Yeah,
I want us all to be more of these things and be everything you are. So ladies, that was an amazing exercise. What did you learn? What were your biggest takeaways?
I learned that everyone has opinions, and that even though we all technically do different things, we all encountered the same people and the same judgments, and it is what it is, and just gotta let it go and live with it.
I think we can't just label somebody and think that's all they are and not see past that and have empathy for what other people are going through. And I've definitely had labels put on me, but at the end of the day, it's really the only label that matters are the labels that I really impose on myself.
It's also our loved ones. It's our moms who sometimes are like, maybe you should just be a little less. Our friends who are like, laugh more on the date, he'll like you. And for me, it was like really interesting to kind of have that reflection moment that at the end of the day, Annaliese is right. We have to listen to ourselves, and we have to be our true compass for who we are.
I enjoyed how many of the negative labels are kind of things that we can reclaim as positive things. Like one phrase that I hear a lot of is like, oh, less is more. But to me, like, more is more. You know, I'm going to just be extra, and I don't care.
Thank you, ladies, so much for being here. I really loved hearing each and every one of your stories and getting to know your personality and just tossing out the labels once and for all and being more of who we are, because honestly, every single woman on this couch is amazing. So thank you all for being here.
Thank you.
It's been a great day. After watching this episode, I hope you never again feel that you have to sacrifice any part of who you are to find love. Remember, true love is never asking you to be less of who you are for more of it to come your way. Will some people be scared of your power or intimidated by your success? Absolutely, but that is truly their problem and not yours. Your quirks, your emotions, your strengths, your obsessions, your weird habits, your everything are actually what will make the right person love you the most. And anyone else who doesn't see how insanely valuable you are is simply not worthy of the gift that is you.